aka Tatin, aka Popping Baya, aka award-winning superstar.
But it's my phone, but my phone can't see me. You can see it. You can't see because you have a lot of followers. Get it?
Wow.
We get it.
Wow. I wondered.
So guys, welcome to the podcast. This is it. This is what we've been waiting for the past how many minutes, how many hours, how many years, how many hours, yeah?
Yes. Hi. How are you?
Nice, guys. My name is Teach Hero Chikara. You guys know me. I don't know you. If I know a few of you, well done. Anyway, moving on. That was my introduction, guys. We're going to start from my man over here. You're just going to tell us who you are, what you do, and what you like to eat on weekends. Yeah?
My name is Bradley Tufi. As most of you guys know, on weekends I like to eat whatever is in front of me. Thank you so much.
So much, thank you.
I'm Debo.
Debo.
Deborah Kabongo. I'm half Zimbabwean, half Congolese. I like to emphasize that.
Okay.
And I love coffee so much, and Doritos, and mojitos, and yeah.
Scented coffees.
Yeah.
Scented coffees. Oh.
I'm done.
Hello everybody, I am Terence Kapesa, also known as Papa E. Lanti.
Blah, blah, blah.
I love bread. Plain and simple, guys. Bread is the next big thing.
This is
after
why-
egg and fish.
Baguette.
This is why I said it. This is why I said it's a cooking show.
Shout out to you.
All people have been talking about this food.
My name is
It's a cooking show.
Devante Sanganza, aka Anthony, aka Tatin, aka Popping Baya, aka award-winning superstar.
Oh, yes.
Okay, Vandandun.
Yes.
Is this an R18 rated podcast? I didn't know. I didn't know who could
Ooh,
swear.
your booty frozen.
I love to eat
I didn't know who could
Sorry,
swear.
one of the best
Right.
snacks I've ever had.
Hey,
in my
that's
life.
mine. I don't know what happened to it. What did you do?
That's cabbage. Yeah.
Are you
I
sure?
love cabbage, and I also like eating chantel. Yeah.
Whoa.
It's rated.
next-
Rated.
Yeah,
It's
I
it's spicy.
I did say bastard. Kubaku bastard. Kwenda ku eating
There's so many. There's so many.
eating chateo.
Chateo.
What's chateo?
I like eating
That's
chateo.
not-
All right. My name is Teach Hero. What was the question I asked you guys?
Wow.
What we like.
What do you
eating.
like eating? Yes.
Oh yeah, my name is Tichauna Hero Chikara, and I like. Now you put it in my head. Now
What did you put in your head? Eating chateo. What did you put in?
let's talk about bastard popper. Let's say that's the one that stuck. It stuck out. That stuck out because
I know.
Anyway.
It's a
I
mood.
think.
But no, moving on with serious people. My name is Tichauna Chikara, and I like eating chips. I love chips. All right, so we're all dancers. The ones that are here are all dancers, proudly dancers. Some of the best choreographers and dancers in the country right now. If you didn't know, now you know. So we're going to get into a few things about where they've come from, where they're going, and where they see the future of this beautiful country we call Zimbabwe in terms of dance. And if there's any one of you that are online, we say shout out to you because we love you. If there's questions, please do not feel shy. Now, starting off with Doofy. When did you start dancing, my man?
It's a hard question.
It's not. You asked all the time.
Yeah.
You actually like
No one has ever asked me. No one likes me like that.
Yo.
Let's check that by deduction.
Okay.
Almost 30 minutes. So that was I was 16. That was like 13 years ago.
Ah.
So let's say You 2009. 2008.
Sheesh. 2008. So you've been dancing for 13 years now.
Yeah, 13 years now. So, yeah, seriously, about 9. But I started dancing 13 years ago, 2009. Yeah, so it's been a interesting journey.
Hey. So you're a veteran, huh? Whoa, veteran.
Yeah.
And Deepo. I am Deepo. No, you are Deepo, but that's what she calls herself. I am Teach.
Do you want to explain
Yeah.
this? Because I feel like
Zlatan doesn't like.
I'm talking in third person.
So just to make it clear, she is Deepo.
I am Debo.
Yeah.
Right. I probably started dancing. I've been dancing all my life, like from Sunday school.
Okay.
I was dancing.
Okay.
But I think my first big platform was Haifa 2007. Yeah, I was in Form 2. I clearly remember that Haifa.
Wow.
That was my first big platform. And then I started working with that's the year we did 2020 cricket series with Anna Matthews, Julius. That's the first time I got into the industry with those guys. And yeah, it's been a long journey, but I guess it's been professional since then. But maybe seriously, and me discovering myself, I'd say the past 10 years have been more, shaped me more. Yeah.
So you're saying that, so it seems like the two of you are saying that there's a period of time where it was for fun and just.
Yeah.
And then it became
for me,
serious.
it was to get girls. So
Okay. I second you there.
Joanne is actually funny.
Yeah.
Now that I remember growing up. I think during that getting girls period, which it just proves that the veteran that I am. I remember seeing this small little boy making noise backstage. You wouldn't even guess who it is. I'll tell you.
Oh,
Small boy. Imagine, small boy making noise backstage.
Yeah.
I remember saying to myself, this boy.
you won't go far.
I think you want to go.
I didn't say that. All I was saying was he was noisy.
But you'll be eating.
He was noisy.
As long as
He
you'll be
was
eating.
noisy and he was always laughing. The same energy he had then is the same energy he has now. So
And you, Devante, when did you start?
We can just skip Terrence, that's fine.
No, I want to make it unpredictable. Okay?
Oh, okay.
yeah, but I was talking about Devante, so he wants to, you know what I mean?
Like, anyway. I started dancing in, I would say, when I properly started dancing, like pursuing dance, was after my O-levels, and that was in 2013. But I had started dancing for about like 4 years before. Back at home, like not like just a hobby. But then now when I did 2013, I dropped out of school. Then that's when I started becoming serious with my profession. But yeah, now I can tell that I'm also getting oldish. Been dancing for how long?
Since 2013.
9 years.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
And you, Terry?
Drop the mic.
Yeah.
9 years.
Wow.
I've been dancing for 13 and a half, 14 years.
Abandoned veteran.
Yeah, I started dancing like around 2007 into 2008, around that time.
Yeah.
And then being serious about it, in 2008 we were already
In it.
pushing the serious.
It was never for play.
Now, I think for us it was always to, it was a way of, for me, I'm a Christian, so when back in church I was shy to evangelize to people, like to talk to, but I found dance ministry as an easier way to communicate the message.
So, making us look bad.
Yes.
You had a divine reason to.
You wanted chicks, you know.
Now
Just
you are
checking.
making us look bad.
Anointing popping water.
We had a divine reason.
So-
So,
That's okay. In my box. So that's why I did it. But I was just passionate about dance. I used to sing. Then I saw people dancing. I'm like, oh, what if I stop
Deepora,
singing?
don't you sing as well?
Yep, she does.
yeah, I do. Should I?
No,
No,
it's fine.
no, it's
This is a
Welcome to
dancers.
the podcast.
This is a podcast for dancing.
Guys, I'm just still thinking. Anointing popping water.
But anointing popping water.
You know, you have variations where, you know, in life.
Wow.
Yeah.
For success, if you want success, we'll give you the anointing
What?
the bottle of Boogaloo. If you want,
Yeah,
Good.
that's a good one.
Wow, prophet.
5 liter. All right, so it's come to me. I started dancing in 2010. For the first time ever, I couldn't dance whatsoever.
Witness.
But then I, through anointed popping water, I splashed myself, and now here I am in Harare. In the flesh. So it can be done. It is working. So you said you started dancing when?
2008, 2009.
So you're the vet, huh?
No, Tedden started in 2007.
2007, even for myself, yeah.
Hey.
You know, it wasn't even like, for me, reason why late, because besides the getting girls part, I started watching people dance in 2005.
Which people are
Going
those?
to competitions and whatever.
Which people are those?
The OG groups in like, there was, what is it, Inmates? But there was a group
Inmates,
before
yes.
Inmates, I forgot the name.
Flipping floppers.
no.
Yeah,
That was
flip-floppers
way
was
far.
late. There was Inmates. There was Inmates, Chaotix at the time that came later.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Chaotix, yeah.
There was a group actually called Just Blaze as well.
Hmm.
And it's Just Blaze and
He didn't.
Just Blaze, and then there was a few crews, but then those are the crews that were like, most of them were from my hood, fortunately, from Cranbourne and Hillside and Brayside. That's where most of these people came. Swish House.
Yeah,
But that
Swish
came
House.
Swish House.
That was later, but I remember those guys.
But Swish House had another name before. And then the boys from
Yeah.
from Angola.
Yeah, I
I
remember.
forgot.
What happened to Pink Adrenaline? Did you guys hear of Pink
Yeah,
Adrenaline?
Pink Adrenaline as well at that time.
Mm.
But they were young. They were like really, really young. I think Michelle Nedevo was in that as well.
Oh.
If I'm not mistaken. That was the first crew she was in.
So who inspired or what inspired you to dance besides girls?
I used to copy a lot of Michael Jackson. And then one day I met a boy. He was in Young Boy. I
Wow.
You and
So I'm
boys.
sorry. That sounds so wrong. One day I met. You know when you're explaining your love story, you're like, one day I met a girl.
No,
It's like one day I met a boy.
Okay.
Like, wait a minute.
in Zimbabwe,
Boys,
in Zimbabwe, if
my
I'm
life.
describing a love life, I'll be like, one day a girl child my money. That's how they all start. But anyway, we won't get
It all
into that.
started in Evitro.
Guys,
It all started
can
in
we be
Kama.
kind to each other?
It all started in Kama. But so, okay, there was this guy that was there, young boy, very young. I think he was in grade 6 at the time. And I was already in Form 2 somewhere there. And we battled at a function. I just gone there to just go hang out, like people and whatever. It was-
You battled at grade 6.
he's at like some function at this school in the first grade academy. So I just went there because I was just hanging out, and then he was there, and then he schooled me. So soon as he, because I just thought, okay, let me just go do my Michael Jackson now, look cool, and then he schooled me, and he was doing all these things. And then from that day onwards, I was like, I will never lose a dance battle again. I will never lose a dance battle again. So I went and I did everything necessary for me to learn. But how I started learning first was by making sure that I look at everyone, go and watch everyone. So I spent 3 years literally going to everyone. I spent time with Inmates, I spent time with Just Blaze. I would go to Celebration Church and watch Josh and Lesady. I would make sure, before I got into this, I wanted to make sure I look at everyone and say, okay, this is exactly what I want to do. So 3 years is a long time to just be studying people. 3 years is a long time to just be studying people. So
So
that
you
was
did
the
the
idea.
theory, then you went into practical.
Yeah, I wasn't. I wasn't that person who just says, let's go.
Imagine after 3 years when you say, now I want to dance, but then of COVID. No more battle.
After starting.
Lockdown.
So it was interesting. I think during that time, Zim was going through a very different scene from what he was going through right now. Like, I'm cut from a different cloth. I say this to say, I came from a time where battling was essential. So you had to be able to hold your own no matter what. And this is the culture I grew up in. So sometimes when I see the way dancers right now and the way they move, I find it strange. It's alien to me. Because I grew up in a point where you had to beat everyone for you to cement yourself and to cement your value.
That's true.
United. You can learn a couple of moves on TikTok.
Exactly.
And then tomorrow you're already having a class.
Exactly.
You got and whether that's right or wrong, that's for, I suppose, people to judge. But I come from a different era, man, where you had to go through everyone.
Yeah.
You had to go through everyone. And I love the era. Now, I don't love it. I don't love this era as much, but I don't want to be the old guy hating on the kids.
You sound real
You
old right now.
No, you
My dad dance atanga. You know, like in sports, they always say, "Oh, you always want to say the OGs," and I'm Michael Jordan with theater on. I don't want to be that guy, but. I grew up in a different era, man, where battling was essential, and till this day, that's what I love doing. So battling and facing people off and whatever. But I guess this is part of the evolution of dance. You know, this Toramari United type of thing. But
Terence, what inspired you to dance? And who inspired or who?
What inspired me to dance is I think we had young conference in my church when I was still at that church. So these guys performed. This guy came out of a trunk and he started doing some ISOs. I'm like,
Out of a trunk, Baba.
what are these old doing? You know, but that's not that was just more of a push. But where it started was with my brother, my older brother.
You look like an angel, eh? That camp there.
What began everything was my older brother. He used to be an Usher fan. So I don't know if you remember that. Exactly. So my brother used to do it all the time. I'm like, how do you do that? So from primary school, people used to know me for this one move. This was the only move. Go crazy. You know. So from then I was like, oh, people actually get entertained, or when they have a family function, then they put pillowcases and stuff and they just start dancing, you know. So from there I just saw it puts a smile on people's faces, and I'm like, okay, cool, I'll give this a try. And from then I just started going slowly into dancing, and then I met Sean Mambuere for some audition he was doing. I went there. I always tell the story. I went there wearing formal shoes. Okay, for corner dress codes. I was just like, let me just go. I get there, people auditioning. They're like, oh, you want jumping? And I'm like, oh, cool. I jump in. I do some weird. To me, I was like, this was terrible. He's like, you did well, so you're in. I'm like, no. That was terrible. I was like, no, it's not about it. It's about the passion I see in you. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. You know, so from then...
when was this audition? Sorry.
This was in 2000.
Maybe 2010.
2010, yes.
2010. But that's what I'm saying. From what you...
What was on the World Cup?
World Cup, South Africa.
But that's what I'm saying about what you just said, Guti. Kids of today will never understand that, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Auditioning, bruh.
that-
Going through
My
that
heart
process.
was shaking.
that passion of just saying, oh, don't go
You
to
didn't
four
even
corner.
know what you were doing. You
Go to
just
four corner,
went
but
there.
I just went there. I was like,
They gotta go back.
I die.
They'll never understand that struggle. They'll never understand that
so
struggle.
I went through that. And then from then, Tony Tran had just boosted it up. I was watching a lot of Tony Tran, a lot of Jabberwockies back then. So it was, you even in a freestyle, you'd be doing it like.
Do they even know what this is?
So from then, it was just a whole inspiration. Rolex, Bush, because I think they were doing what we were doing as well, like the whole ministry type of stuff. So it was kind of like, oh, these guys, this is how they do it. Oh, this is how they pick their songs. Okay, cool. There was all that in there. So yeah.
Yeah, Rolex was there as well.
During the time, but they were not. They were not based in AHS, right?
Yeah, they were, but they used to come for like competitions and stuff.
Yeah, so
And there was another group in blues called Chaotix.
Yeah.
Chaotix with
Chaotix.
Rico.
Frederico.
Yeah. Okay, so let me come to me because I want to keep it. What inspired me to dance? Definitely like Doofy. I was doing it for the girls. I was at a government school. Then I moved to a co-ed, and that's when I was like, there's some difference here. And there were some people there that could dance and stuff. So I used to be their DJ and their sound and music guy because I used to get all the music and stuff and play it for them, etc. And then I told myself, like, nah, I'm always playing in the background here because the guys are dancing there, they go with the chicks, and I was like, I'm the one that played the music. And they're like, it's fine.
We don't remember you.
I don't know who you were. Were you the one? No, I was the one.
Which song did you sing the song? Like?
So, that's when I discovered, like,
I just pressed play.
That's all I did. I did a handstand and I went.
And that's nice.
At this moment, we are going for a short break.
Shout out
you know what?
Shout out
We
to
love you. I love you.
Shout out to our DJ. We love you, bro.
Shout out DJ.
Yeah,
Forever.
I want to be in this show.
Oh, boo.
Yeah.
I know he's going to have a
yeah.
for me.
It sounds like you were doing
Bro.
Oh, boo.
So my mom came with a step up 3, step up 2. Step up 2, step up 3. One of the two. Step up 2. Original disc with behind the scenes etc, and I watched the thing. I used to copy and stuff. Then I grew loan in my backyard. I started doing b-boy. And this was the month of December when it was
You
holiday.
grew your own loan.
Like I grew it. I cleared the whole yard. I got lawn seeds from my aunt's house, the proper soft items. Planted that item, watered it until small sprouts came and it became green. Then I started doing handstands, elbow stands, what, until January, until schools opened. That's when
Yeah, and you came out.
I showed myself.
Because you're coming out.
That was my coming out.
Everyone must have grown really fast.
It was fast, bro.
December and
It was fast.
Came out of the closet that quick.
Yeah.
was like Rambo.
Then
So,
I was
yeah.
like the unveiled.
That's when I started dancing. Then like
You're unveiling.
met Rolex, performed at their show called Pop the Show. That's when I met a lot of the dancers here in blues and stuff like that. And then, then the guy that inspires me is Anthony Lee. If you're watching this, man, shout out to you, right? Deborah.
He's definitely not watching this. I'm telling you that right now.
He will someday soon.
Yep.
Like cut my toe.
Hey, cut my
For the
toe.
GDC thing.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. Why didn't spell? Yeah. Right. So, I'm probably an Usher Raymond fan. I used to even do art in school, and it was just a poster at Chukumba.
Yeah.
Of Usher?
Yes, ndakachidraw chimufana ishosho ndakakura ndiri. Tisha, put your hands up, bend your knees, turn around, and those were the first times.
But during that time, did people really understand what these guys were singing?
Okay, for music, we really don't know what was happening. We didn't understand it, the keys in the ignition and stuff. But anyway, moving really, it really wasn't about that. The dance part of it. I think Usher Raymond really, shaped most of what I used to think about dance. And then as I grew out of don't say that.
Say it. It's unfiltered.
So then I remember first time I went there were some auditions for the 2020 cricket things after we did the first hi-fi I did in 2007. And I went for those auditions and I watched Matthias Julius and Maylene change it right before. And I literally looked at them and I was like, this is heaven. They did some contemporary ballet-looking pieces and I was like, I need to be like this. Someday in my life, I want to be like this when I grow up.
I'll wet my toes forever.
And I cut on my toes for this. So after that, I started working around those guys, going for auditions. And it's amazing that you guys say, Kuti, some of these people will never understand because these days we don't have... I remember, breakdown.
Yeah.
I remember going for breakdown.
Zim's finest.
And I competed solo. Ooh. I remember, and I suffer from a lot of anxiety, social anxiety. So for me, to put myself in that position, I knew, like you said, you had to prove yourself back then. And I had to go for those auditions because I needed to put myself on. And I worked with Dufi a lot, most of the times when we were like from the Zina days, working with Josh, let's say.
You were in Zina?
I was in Zina, yeah.
Were you in Zim's finest? Did you compete in Zim's finest?
No, I wasn't there when you guys went.
Okay.
But I was in Zina for years.
When it happened at 7 Art with, let's say, the...
No, I wasn't part of
no, I wasn't part of that one.
Zina.
Oh, okay.
We weren't part of Zina yet. But anyway, those days, and going for those competitions, and you had to. There was always a battle. Zina is what really shaped most of my, the battle mentality we had, because Josh would push us. We used to go for Battle of the Giants, Hip Hop Indaba. That was in Cape Town, South Africa. We would literally bus to Cape Town. I remember the road trip. 2 days on the road with Zina. It was Dufi and the rest of the crew. It was Nemesis and the whole of Nemesis crew, Tasnim and Midori. Midori was there.
I remember.
Midori Henderson. That was like a long. And
Midori was that Cape Town or was that Sun City?
No, she came to Sun City in Battle of the Giants. That was a different battle. But we would literally raise money, do my fundraisings, do my showcases with Josh. And then after that, get on the bus, Cape Town, get there, battle, Toshika, Toto lose, and then we come back. I remember how many times did we go to Battle of Hip Hop Indaba before we won? I think Yamakazo we didn't this Ripo anymore. Yeah. Actually, I had left Zina.
I mean, I don't wanna brag, but
that culture.
I told you.
Okay.
I came in this game. I came in this game to never lose again.
Oh my gosh!
The first time we went to Cape Town.
Hey.
Didn't you win?
The consistency though that we had, that's what inspired me to keep pushing. And even after that phase, I don't know, battles just started to die down. Yes, I don't know what happened. And now I guess with social media, a lot of social media is maybe crippling that battle era, because now mkwangwenda pa TikTok yako and you get followers, people know you, you just get called and you get a job. So now it's just I'm making money from dance. So I'm a professional dancer. There's no who are you battling? Who are you trying to, to grow and the basics of what you're doing? Do you even understand the terminology? If we were to sit you down and ask you, what are you doing? Do you know how to defend yourself?
You know what's funny? I actually talk to a lot of people. A lot of people do not actually know how to count.
Yeah.
Oh, my counts, Chaiwo.
1, 2, 3, go. That's not for
Yeah. That's not us, bro.
That's not us.
Dancing starts at 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah,
we count from the end of the bar, and then singers count from the beginning.
From the beginning of the bar.
So you have to understand those things. But woman, I just got it. And the 2, go. And the 2,
1, 2, 3 is 100 meters.
Yeah, athletics.
So yeah, but over the years, I've been through different platforms, different channels. I've worked with Anasho Nambere, not as part of Eminem, but I've done gigs with them. Edric, different studios, different platforms, and that all of them have inspired me because I've learned different things from everybody. Yeah,
as it should be.
As it should be. Hallelujah.
Yeah, true story.
I agree. This is the part I agree with. I agree with this part a lot.
Hallelujah.
Be open. And you, Devante.
Oh, me.
Tell us.
What really inspired me was my cousin. If he's watching, he's probably laughing right now. His name is Sean, you know him. We used to dance together in Platinum Dogs.
Yeah.
He was grim. I
It's Platinum Dogs.
I was always in the back because he
The
was
names
grim,
were dangerous.
and I wasn't afraid of him.
Even ours was fresh. One
to
of
feel
my-
like making noise. Can you not see my big brother? I was grim. So what happened was, I used to dance when I was small, when I was little, like 10, like those. But I was too hyperactive, like my name's Ganzo. Like I used to.
You know, you're still
I was-
like you're still
Yeah,
that like
No,
you're
it's-
still very
it's
hyper
still
and
very
active and
much.
very- I'm
Listen
just
to
saying.
me.
Listen.
Linda,
You know
listen.
what happens is now you get it diluted. It used to be the original blood.
The blueprint.
The red
Like it was
Red Bull.
I had no start, no stop. It was just in the church, in the hospital, in the funeral, it was just like that.
Same thing.
So
funeral. What?
I still remember the funeral. There was people, we were supposed to go with the burial, right, and start praying. I was back there eating.
This is about to go
and
south.
the food wasn't yet given out, and I was just there in the pots there.
I don't think.
Then I went to pray, and the soup is in the sides, and I was like, "Thank you, good." Cool. The food is
Yes, deliver me.
and I was
Even.
but I always used to get like comments like from my family and my friends, like people were like, you're so weird, but you're funny, you're fun to hang around. So I always used to feel like I'm different, like.
Different.
I'm different. That's why I was going.
I tried school. I tried. At least I tried, guys.
Yeah,
tried.
that's right.
But
Yeah, we all try.
It's the thought that counts, yeah.
like getting with my family, when your family members just
Yeah,
give you
feelings.
those negative vibes, thinking that it'll hurt you enough or make you angry enough for you to change.
To change, yeah.
Like other people do learn from types like that of chastenings, whereby you get a certain criticism from
The
someone. then-
negativity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to me, it wasn't like that. It was when I get it, it used to break me. Like I always used to feel like there's nothing else that I could do.
Yeah.
So when I started dancing, my brother was like, "You need to put your energy into dancing." So he started teaching me. I remember going to a competition back in Roman Catholic in Mayberain. That was my first competition.
Wow.
They were winning. They were making people win.
Yeah. Okay, fine. It's better.
Buddy, the ATM scratch card, the old
Yeah.
one, the $5.
Yeah.
It was a big deal at that time, and he taught me
You will never know these things.
boom boom pow.
Boom,
Black Eyed
Oh my gosh, I danced to that song. It's so
Gotta
good.
get that.
Patricia,
Gotta
Blue,
get
shout
that.
out. Miriam, Tarishingama.
Gotta get that.
Wait. Did you say you went to a Catholic church to do the barrel?
They do
Yeah.
boom, boom,
And they were doing boom, boom.
I did boom boom pow. Obviously,
Yeah,
it was
boom, boom,
censored.
pow.
No, church. It wasn't.
again.
No, it wasn't the real thing. They
All
always
right.
test music.
Nah,
Owari.
even if it's the real
Owari.
thing, churches, like everything now is diluted. Everyone is so sensitive. There's
Yeah,
so much going on. Church
it's-
back then, they just understood that this was innocent talent and kids were moving.
Mm.
Now churches
now
want to
they-
be sensitized. Oh my God.
But it also goes with the
good.
time as well, because the music nowadays doesn't make sense. It's always
Yeah,
like
yeah.
money, women. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drugs.
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 Money, women, drugs.
I think
Violence.
6.
yeah. Violence, 6
Oh.
bullets on my waist. Go to sleep. Stay
You wanna go night,
wake
night,
up,
nigga?
nigga. You wanna go night, night, never go night, night, nigga. So,
Varwane copyright infringement.
Copyright.
So what happened was, I went to that competition, then I got into the finals with this other guy.
Mm.
So one of the judges was his aunt, I think. So he wasn't. I personally, I still till this day he knows
That you
I'll
won.
burn him. But on that day,
Yeah,
he
the
won,
inside
and
person.
I was supposed to get the $5. I got the $2.50. You know? But you know, it's
Very emotional.
it was different from the criticism that I was talking about. You know, it was like a challenge that I had. It pushed me. That's when I started dancing, and you know, I used to get comments from my family different now. Yeah, you're so talented. Yeah, you can do something with it. That's when I did Zimbabwe's Got Talent. And you know, I didn't even want to do that.
That's before it was called Dreamster.
Yeah, that was the first time. That was in 2014. You know, I woke up on the last day of the audition. I didn't even know there was a competition called Zimbabwe's Got Talent. I woke up, my friend Drifter. Dude, where are you? I'm with Noni right here. Let's go to Joiner City, bro. There's a competition. Yeah, and I was
Chef
like,
Noni.
Shout out Chef Noni.
let me just hop in. Then we went. Initially, I was supposed to just go with him, support him, but I wasn't auditioning. So I went with him. He got in, and they refused. They denied him. They was like, you're good, but you know, you need to work more on your dancing skills. And I was like, they said no to Drifter. He came out so angry. Then he said, Noni, go. He paid for Noni's audition. Noni went in. Noni came out.
Drifter was sponsoring.
Noni got in.
Before.
So then
It was created.
he got pissed. He was like, what's going on? Then he gave me now.
Yeah,
He said go. And I was like, dude, I'm only wearing, like, I didn't come ready. He was like, go. I went there, did what I always did. And he did that. I was a did
I did them dams.
That's a great.
Why did I see this coming? Like,
I always saw
can
it.
me
But you know what?
still turning on.
I went through, and do you know who was judging?
Who was judging?
Leo, Leonard Mapumo. There
yeah.
was Leonard Mapumo, there was Steve, and there was...
Yo, the way I looked out, I'm a judge. One knows a judge is not a dance experience.
It should not make a sense.
Thank you,
know,
yes,
guys
I
say
agree.
Cristiano Ronaldo superstar shit. But I would let me just go. I did, and they liked me. They were like, "Hey, Chichi, you need to come back." So after that, you know, I got the blessing from my dad. Like, do it, like really do it. Let's see where it will take you. So I dropped out of school. Then immediately the year after, we went to China. When I came back, and I was like, "Oh, I went to China, but I'm back." Damn. And then they called, okay, now you're coming back for the contract. So as I took each step, you know, it has pushed me to become confident. I never used to be confident, to be honest. When I was dancing, I think I was shy. That's why if you look at most of my videos, back then, I used to wear glasses, like shades, you know, and that track fit there, it was, and I'll be there, Dara, you know, looking all the pops in no cones. It was hectic. But till today, I know that if constructive criticism is there, but also manipulation is there in dance. Because we have people who are very passionate. Then we have people who are talented. So then usually are passionate. And it nechino kuudzwa zvinhu zvakadaro iye achiisa effort yake yese. But vacho vanogona, they don't even put any effort. You find kuti most of my talented dancers atinoona havana madegree rekuenda kuchikoro kana umbonzi. They don't have choreography certificates or degrees. They just do what they do because they're talented. And those who are really passionate about dance learn everything. They'll tell you when it started, dude. They know all the genres. They know every single thing. Like, they take their time to actually learn, you know, the what's the basic and where it came from, you know. But I think from that time till now, I've learned kuti you need to also learn not only the side of your talent, but also learn what has been done. Because dance I was given is a talent, but it was there before I was born. You know, and the people who created, you know, Boogaloo, you know, how did they do it? You know, sometimes you were freestyling and you do something, but you do it on your own. But there's actually a dance, a genre that's
Specific.
Yeah, that's it's related to. So I feel like it's a lesson. It's a lesson.
It's true because Doofy, I think
For everyone.
Especially you, Dipo, you touched on it that most dancers or you yourself that they do not know what exactly they're doing right now. They're more of like seeing something on IG or Facebook or Instagram and just and the TikTok and the Instagram face. Then they're just getting into it, you know. So what do you think made it different for you guys to say that I know what I'm doing? And even now, do you say that you know exactly what you're doing?
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go first.
Go first. Go first. It's
Yeah,
your
first,
birthday.
I think
Okay.
for me, I do understand. I do know what I'm doing now. I think nothing in the world beats experience. You know, once you experienced enough, you begin to understand enough things and move in a different way. Like I said, I grew up in a very different time where I felt like I grew up in a battling time. And because I grew up in a battling time, I felt like in order to beat your opponent, you needed to know more than your opponent.
Exactly.
It wasn't about being more skilled than him. It was about how much do you know.
No.
You know, so I felt for me it was easier for me to understand that I had to know more about dance then. So it's gotten to a point where now I feel like the only style I haven't explored is contemporary and ballet. But every other style I have explored because of my thirst for knowledge. A lot of people right now only know how to do Afro pop. And even at that,
Even
you can't
at
even
that,
say
yeah.
Afro pop they do popular dances.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
It's not really a pure.
It's just popular
It's
dances.
all fair and fine being able to do popular dances, but like I said to people, if you are a pure performance artist, right? If we look at the performance artist aspect of everything, if you call yourself a dancer, you are limiting yourself because you are then saying to me, okay, I can just come and just show you a couple of moves for 10 seconds and you should be proud of me. But once you deem yourself a performance artist, that means the dance itself becomes an art. That means if I say to you, Devante, I want you to be part of a 1 hour production, or I want you to do a 1 hour production, it should be seamless for you. You understand? A lot of people, if you say to them, I'm going to present this opportunity for you, they will struggle because they are just dancers. They can go and shoot a 20-second clip for a music video and stuff like that there. But
Yeah.
especially people who grew up in our era, what we long for is bigger than just coming out in a, I won't name any artist because it will seem like shade, but
In a
coming out
music video.
On a music
in a
video.
music
Let's just say
video.
music videos,
You get my
yes.
sense?
Which nowadays, that's what's popular.
That's
That's
what.
what
If you make it on a music video, then you have done it.
Done it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm
But
a dancer.
we come from
And
an
it's
era
like-
where most of us, especially for me, I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I've done shows in SA where I've done a 1 hour production show and so forth. I come from an era where the only thing I want to do is to get on stage the biggest and the baddest.
Yes.
Not just to battle, but to even present a proper dance theatrical piece that everyone can be proud of. You know, it's not about popularity or getting the next dollar. Let me go get. It's about me saying to myself, "Oh, I once went to England, and I did a 1 hour or a 30-minute production show in English." Stuff like that. For people who started dancing in our era, that is our goal. For people who are new, their goal is as long as they get I get followers and stuff, it's cool. But you get what I'm saying? So obviously for them, they'll never understand. I don't want to be once again that old guy that's tramping on young kids. But they'll never understand the idea of getting knowledge because they don't feel that pressure.
Yeah. There's no
They don't
pressure.
have that pressure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't need to learn 7-8 styles for you to create a 20-second video on TikTok. You don't need to do that.
You can just.
You know what I mean? But if you want to do a 1 hour production show, you have
got
to know
to know.
multiple steps. Because people get tired of seeing you pop.
Yeah.
People get tired of seeing you do legworks and whatever. So you have to know more. But that's why I said that's the difference. They don't feel that pressure because they don't want the success that we want. Most of the kids don't even want to battle.
I feel not. You know what I feel like?
Yeah.
I feel like they don't want to put the work. I feel like they don't want to put the work.
No, but
so
you
I find they.
because they don't understand.
But
And
don't
they
you,
don't
but don't you
understand.
feel like culture
Their
is also
platforms
shaping them? Because that's what we are. Like it's pop culture nowadays.
Yeah.
They are. We are enabling them
We want easy
to
things.
be
want easy
mediocre. That's the word.
Because I think
enabling
like
them.
from what we have gone, because even us back in Bulawayo, we used to have 2 places, Phone City, those that know, Phone City and BC. Those are the battle areas. Like Phone City on a Friday, 2:00. It's going down. It's going down.
Whoever was.
Whoever you think you are, you've been working the whole month, the whole week, and
whole
you're a
week.
school kid. You walk from school. You walk all the way from school into
Yeah.
town. Get there, and that place would be crowded. And people would just be battling there. And then you also
For
throw,
nothing, boss.
you know.
For
But now for me, like
We
I'm
had
saying,
the same thing in Harare, but I not tried with the Jibilika Cypher and everyone would just, and it was never kuti. I need to. I'm getting money. I'm getting paid. People
break
would
down
go
a little
beg
bit,
for.
Not even Jibilika Cypher. People forget what we used to. I remember, Deborah should remember this. Even you, in fact, during platinums. Remember, even they used to have weather and a Mr. Miss contract or whatever.
Obviously.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's
People-
before
The
the
event would finish.
Dude.
And
Yeah.
people
Still
in the
people
venue
would
would be
be-
telling each other, I'll see you outside.
Exactly,
Yes.
and literally outside you would be seen.
And people, and you know, those days,
We're having those burner cars.
It's very
Yeah.
different from now
Yeah.
where everyone has got cars.
As it was called.
It's them from now where everyone has got cars. Then the kids who had cars, you'd know them.
Yeah.
And you tell him, hey, can we borrow your car?
Can we
That's
just open?
16.
Yeah.
Me, I got a story with these
Yeah.
owns. I got a story with these owns. You know what I mean? They'll never have you.
But that came with the need to know. Kuti, last week I got itemized that item. Next I have got a point
Now
to prove.
I need to.
next time.
I need to.
And now when you don't have to prove a point to anyone,
you don't have to.
don't feel
'Cause,
the
yeah, I
need
think
you only have to
grow.
prove a point to your social media.
Exactly.
And if they like you really don't.
Like I feel
I
like.
don't
That's
even
it.
know who's watching. You know,
True.
that's the it's all in your
Also,
mind.
that's another sad part about it.
Yeah,
You never
it's-
know who's
it's-
watching.
Exactly. It's Zipatu. You know, it can make you, it can break you. Because we, even if we as dancers also, strive to create stuff, projects and post them, we do not live for the social media. We don't live for social media. We lived in a time where Wi-Fi wasn't a thing. But we recorded with fake phones, cracked phones. Dude, there was no WhatsApp post on the status. It was only Facebook post
That's it.
and a picture. No 1 minute skits. What are you skitting for? And at that time, when you look at dance right now, I feel like a lot of people just need just need different things. Nasty C said in his song, I love that song. He said, "I'm making money out of hobbies."
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So to one man's food is another man's poison.
Mm-hmm.
So what you say is your hobby is my
money
It's
maker.
your money maker.
It's how I survive.
It's how I survive, how I get everything that I need. So it won't be as important to you because you can do it if you want to.
If you want
or
to,
if you
or
don't
don't
want
want
to.
to.
But me, I wake up to do. I love it. I breathe, sleep, speak, blink, fly,
Getting
run,
you even it to me. It's
smoke
okay.
shisha with dance. So that I understand what Duffy's saying. It's different.
Yeah, it's different. They'll
So before we wrap up, in a nutshell, because I think we need to come back for this because people are now
It should be
There's gonna be
people are now
more.
getting
There's
hot.
gonna be more people
But in a
coming back.
nutshell, what can you say to help people right now to say that, because there's a lot of dancers in the country, it's clear to see. But what can you say to help improve the dance industry right now? Because that's what we're here to do. We're trying to bring the dance industry back together and stuff like that. What can we do to really try and vusa it? You know what I'm saying?
One parade.
Terence, what do you think?
It's number one.
From what I've seen and learned since we started staying this side, there's a lot of unresolved issues.
Oh yes.
With especially the old dancers, like the OGs. Yeah.
Johnny
With the OGs.
Johnson.
So there's a lot of beef
Calling you out, bro.
with that.
Separation.
Right. So from that, I think we've tried to create like a board
Dance
where
chase.
you have like a board of dancers.
Dance
right?
chitty.
We've tried that, but
Thank you, Chef Noni.
While you're trying to, thank you, Noni, for trying.
She tried.
You tried.
So while
Shout
you're
out.
trying to push that, people are telling you stories that happened in 2003. Ndakabirwa mari, ndakavarwa mari. Okay, wavarwa mari, yes. But I think that's the first place we all have to start, especially if we are inspiring the next
You
generation.
should
I think-
get over yourself.
I think we should bring you.
It's
We should.
immaturity.
we should bring you guys.
You can't still be arguing about things that happened in 2003 backstage
Just
at
like a
breakdown.
bottle.
Oh, come on.
So that's why I got
guys.
viral, man.
Yeah, so I think Paru could do a whole mature approach
Intervention.
to the whole thing.
Yes.
Because it's not like Taku Primary School.
Yeah.
Kuti opening day warunitanga, closing day. If I don't see you on closing day, I'll see you in high school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
coming to your school.
Yeah.
I'm going to Peter's house.
No.
It's okay.
It's
I'll get a pass.
It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. And
Yeah.
if that's where we're starting, is either we start with covering that, because we can't build you punishing as a gomba.
Come to the podcast and we
There's
cover that.
a foundation. But so at the end of the day, if you have any beef with people, I think the problem is people want to speak about that issue,
Yeah.
but they can't go direct.
Yeah.
So if I have a
There's no
beef with
audience.
Duffy, I'll
I
go
can't.
to Devant.
So
Devant will
that-
tell Teach.
So that it
Teach will
goes
tell
on.
Deborah will tell Duffy.
By the time
But
it gets to
Duffy is like,
Broken telephone.
Duffy after that, you have to remix on your.
Exactly.
Rather you solve your issues
now
the why.
waffles.
I want to play devil's advocate with Teach. With Terence, sorry.
Yep.
Right.
In a nutshell, because we're about to go.
Okay. What, let's say I'm going to play the role of the ones with beef, with these other OGs. What if that's how I eat?
Beefing.
Yes, because not beefing per se, but
Chowing.
You-
Trying
you,
people,
Terence,
ripping people off.
Terence closed me, man. And then I realized I don't need to learn anything from the OGs. I can just go do my own thing, good or not. So what if my way of always trashing you guys is how I maintain my business, is how I maintain my own journey? Because if I then agree to everything you're saying, that means I have to come back to you and admit Kuti,
I ripped you.
you guys are the ones that know everything. What if continuously saying bad things about you and creating a beef is continuously creating a separation so that I can continue doing my own thing?
which is another chastening. It's not wrong to have an idea of how to expand your way of thinking or living. It's fine, but then now
It's just me just saying devil's advocate to teach. How do you think you'd want to address that? Okay, how then do you get over that hurdle to say, okay, you are creating this because you understand that you created your own market doing your own thing, wrong as it may be, and you don't want to come under a board because you feel like once you come under a board, we are now squeezing the tap of everyone who's doing things that are not regulated. You see now, because now when
That's
you come in under board, everything is getting regulated now. Your professional status, your quality. There's now quality control. There's now salary control. There's now pricing control.
You're cutting off the black market now.
You see,
You're
now,
cutting off Zimex. You can't cut off Zimex.
I'll answer you next time.
Cool.
Anything about this?
Deborah, in a nutshell, tell us, what do you think we can do?
I think educate yourself, like in order to grow, because you have to want it for yourself. Firstly, in terms of the art side of things, if you really want to be a performing artist, learn about the dance styles. There are tutorials, proper tutorials about that actually teach dance. Not to go and watch someone else's dance video of their own choreography that they just posted.
And take it and make it your own.
And make it your own.
We know them.
Actually learn, the basics of every style of dance, or how to become a creative by yourself.
Yes.
The second thing would be the business side of things. Learn how to negotiate a contract. Learn how to famous, now be in front of TV. You don't have your
presentation.
Yeah, presentation.
Branding is important.
Time.
Tivante, in a nutshell, sorry, Deborah. We'll come back.
No, but you're right, yes.
In
a nutshell.
I just want to say what. Wait, I have a short reply. It's right and it's wrong. It's right because I actually do that. Yeah, but I do it in a way where you don't feel like I'm dissing the other person. Yeah, it's a business. It's actually a business. It's like advertisement, persuading. I would say seducing. But then now, when it's wrong, is when you put a person, then you attack a person. So if I don't want to be part of this, and if I don't believe that this can benefit me, I would rather say, this is not good. Rather you do this than to say Ningi is not good. Do you see what? Because if you then do that, now you are going directly to the person. Whereas what you say, just come to the feel my veggie.
I had 3 apples. You promised me 4. Now what?
So in a nutshell, we want to say, first of all, like what Deborah said, you learn. So it's just like how you do everything in your life. You want to start a business, you have to learn about it, what you need and whatever that. If you're going to a wedding, you need to find out what you're going to wear. It's all about knowing, and the amount of energy that you put inside of that thing comes back to you. You never go wrong with it. It's always
back at you.
Yeah.
So guys, with that, we're gonna definitely cover part 2 because a lot of people had a lot to say, and I'm very, very happy for that. Hope you guys learned something. We love you. We love you, Zimbabwe.
We love you.
We love you. Shout out to everybody.
Part 2 be more questions about the industry, not the individual.
Yes. This was just an intro.
I don't want you to know about my life.
Oh my God.
All right, guys. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Peace out.
Peace out.
We're all getting the same combi, are we?
Yeah.
We have cars.
Not yet. That means it's coming.
I can't.
But it's soup rising.
Asimumwe coffee.
Soup co.
Mumwe coffee.
Cooperation is soup.
Yeah, very happy, my friend.
They don't even know.